The first thing I remembered was dying. The second was opening my eyes inside someone else's bedroom. I stared at the unfamiliar ceiling and whispered, "Where am I?" My phone rang. The name on the screen made my blood freeze. Charlotte Bennett. No way. I knew that name. I knew this room too. I had read about both before I died. This was the world of a romance novel, and somehow I had become Ethan Cole, the rich second male lead who spent his entire life loving Charlotte while she chose another man. The phone kept ringing. I answered. "Ethan." Charlotte sounded frightened. "Charlotte. Thank God. I need your help." Of course she did. That was Ethan's purpose. What happened? My father collapsed. The hospital wants payment before they continue treatment. I don't know who else to call. I closed my eyes. I remembered this scene. Ethan paid everything. Charlotte cried in his arms. Then Ryan Blackwood arrived later and received all her affection. I almost laughed. "Charlotte, A cold voice suddenly sounded inside my head. Devoted support system activated. I froze. "What?" Charlotte asked. "What did you say?" "Nothing." The mechanical voice continued. "Mission, pay Robert Bennett's medical expenses." A glowing message appeared before my eyes. Reward, female lead trust plus 10. Penalty for refusal, severe physical punishment. I stared at it. "You've got to be kidding." "Ethan, I'll handle the hospital." Charlotte exhaled. "Thank you. You're always there when I need you." I remembered those words from the novel. They suddenly sounded less romantic. An hour later, I paid the bill. Charlotte hugged me outside her father's room. "I don't know what I'd do without you." I wanted to answer honestly. Instead, another message appeared. Mission completed. That should have been the end. It wasn't. Days later, Charlotte called again. "Ethan, my company is in trouble." "What happened?" "We lost our biggest investor." I already knew. "Ryan." Silence. "Charlotte. He convinced me the investor wasn't right for us. And now, he was wrong." The system appeared. Mission, provide emergency investment. I said quietly, "No." Pain exploded through my chest. I fell beside my desk. "Sir." My assistant rushed toward me. "I'm fine." I wasn't. My heart felt like someone was crushing it. The system repeated, "Complete mission." I understood the warning. Transfer the money. The pain stopped instantly. That became my life. Charlotte made a mistake. I fixed it. Ryan created a disaster. I cleaned it up. When Ryan publicly argued with an investor, I repaired the relationship. When Charlotte's company faced bankruptcy, I rescued it. When Ryan was photographed leaving a nightclub with another woman, Charlotte called me at midnight. "Do you think he cheated?" I sat alone in my apartment. "What do you think?" "I don't know. You saw the pictures. He said she's only a friend." "Do you believe him?" Charlotte became quiet. Then she whispered, "Can you come over?" The system appeared. Mission, comfort female lead. I laughed bitterly. "What's funny?" Charlotte asked. "Nothing." "Will you come?" I looked at the glowing warning. "Yes." When I arrived, Charlotte cried against my shoulder. "Why can't Ryan be more like you?" I looked down at her. "Would you want him if he were?" She pulled away. "What? You keep telling me everything you wish Ryan would become. Because you understand me. Then what am I to you?" Charlotte stared at me. "Ethan, just answer. You're important." That wasn't my question. She looked away. "You're my closest friend." There it was. I smiled painfully. "Of course. Why are you acting strange?" "I'm tired." "Of me?" I wanted to say yes. The system flashed red. "Warning." I changed my answer. "Of everything." Charlotte touched my hand. "Please don't disappear on me." I nearly laughed again. She wanted me beside her. Just never beside her in the way I wanted. Months passed. Then Daniel entered my office carrying an invitation. "You've seen this?" I already knew. Still, I asked, "What is it?" He dropped it onto my desk. Ryan Blackwood was hosting a private celebration. Daniel frowned. "I heard he bought a ring." Charlotte's wedding planner called me before breakfast. "Mr. Cole, we have a problem." I closed my eyes. "Of course you do." The hotel canceled the ballroom reservation. "Call Ryan." We did. "And?" "He said you would handle it." A red message appeared before me. Mission, secure replacement venue for female lead's wedding. I whispered, "Unbelievable." "Sir." "Nothing. Give me an hour." By noon, I had moved 3 corporate events and secured the Grand Meridian Ballroom. Charlotte called immediately. "Ethan, you saved us again." "I saved your wedding." "That's what I mean." "Where's Ryan?" "He's meeting investors." "On the day his wedding venue disappears?" "He trusts you." I laughed without humor. Apparently, everyone does. She paused. Are you okay? Perfect. I ended the call before the system could punish me for sounding bitter. Daniel entered my office carrying coffee. You look terrible. Good morning to you too. I'm serious. You've lost weight. I've been busy. With Charlotte. With work. Don't lie to me. I looked at him. Daniel shut the door. She's marrying Ryan in 6 weeks. Ethan, why are you still arranging her life? It's complicated. No, it isn't. She chose him. I know. Then let him solve her problems. I can't. Daniel frowned. Why? I could not tell him that an invisible system could crush my heart whenever I refused. So I said, I made choices I regret. What choices? Teaching people I would always fix everything. Then stop. If only it were that simple. My phone rang again. Michael, come upstairs. Now. I found my uncle standing beside the boardroom window. He threw a folder onto the table. Explain this. I opened it. Blackwood Technologies. My stomach sank. You guaranteed their supplier contract? I had to. You had to. Michael's voice rose. Ryan's company failed 3 payment checks. Our name kept the supplier from terminating the agreement. I know. Why are we protecting him? It prevents a larger problem. For whom? I stayed silent. Michael stepped closer. For Charlotte. Yes. He stared at me. You used Cole Holdings to rescue the man marrying the woman you love. It's business. Don't insult me. I looked away. Michael lowered his voice. I watched your father destroy himself trying to keep everyone happy. I will not watch you do the same. I'm not Dad. Then prove it. I'm handling things. No. Things are handling you. That sentence followed me home. The system appeared before I even removed my jacket. Upcoming permanent role requirements available. I stared at the glowing words. Show me. A list appeared. Maintain financial availability. Provide emotional support during marital conflict. Protect female lead's reputation. Assist male lead when necessary for relationship stability. I swallowed. What about my life? Clarify. Can I marry? Negative. My breathing stopped. Can I date? Romantic attachment risks interference with permanent devotion. So no. Correct. I gripped the kitchen counter. What happens after Charlotte has children? Supporting role continues. For how long? Lifetime. I stared at the message until my eyes burned. You're telling me I must spend my entire life waiting beside someone else's marriage. Your function is support. I'm a person. No relevant distinction detected. Something cold settled inside me. The next evening, Charlotte invited me to dinner. Ryan arrived 40 minutes late. Charlotte sighed. He does this constantly. Then tell him. I have. What do you want me to do? Nothing. She smiled and touched my wrist. It's just nice having someone who understands. Ryan finally appeared. Sorry. Meeting ran long. Charlotte frowned. You could have called. Ryan kissed her forehead. Don't start. I watched her expression fall. Then Ryan looked at me. Thanks for fixing the supplier issue. You're welcome. Knew I could count on you. I almost admired his confidence. After dinner, Ryan left early. Charlotte and I stood outside the restaurant. He's under pressure, she said. You always defend him. I love him. I know. She studied me. You're different lately. Maybe I'm tired. Don't disappear after I get married. My chest tightened. Why would that matter? Because you're Ethan. That doesn't answer anything. She smiled softly. You'll always be there for me, right? The system flashed. Required response, yes. I stared at Charlotte. Years of forced obedience suddenly felt heavier than death. Inside my head, I asked, what happens if I refuse? The answer appeared immediately. Resistance penalties may include asset destruction, physical deterioration, neurological damage, and eventual termination. Termination? Death. Charlotte touched my arm. Ethan, I should have been terrified. Instead, a laugh escaped me. Charlotte stepped back. What's funny? I woke on a hospital floor with blood on my shirt. For several seconds, I could not move. Then the system spoke. Resistance punishment completed. I laughed weakly. You failed. Clarify. I'm alive. Continued resistance will increase punishment. I pushed myself upright. But you couldn't stop me. Silence. That silence taught me more than every command before it. The system could hurt me. It could threaten me. But somewhere beneath all those rules, the final choice was still mine. The door opened. Emma Hayes froze. Ethan. I looked at her. What are you doing here? I came for the contract you promised me. Her eyes dropped toward the blood. What happened? Nothing. People don't bleed from nothing. I fell. Onto what? A knife? I tried standing. My knees failed. Emma caught my arm. Sit down. I'm fine. You're terrible at lying. She helped me into a chair. Should I call an ambulance? No. A doctor? No. Then explain. I stared at her. Emma had handled legal work for Cole Holdings for 3 years. She was intelligent enough to notice anything strange. I could not tell her the truth. Not yet. I need your help. With what? Separating my finances. From whom? Charlotte and Ryan. Her eyebrows rose. That sounds overdue. I want every personal guarantee reviewed. All of them. Yes. Charlotte's company credit? Cancel it. Emma studied me. You gave her unlimited access. I know. You said she was family. She chose her family. Emma remained quiet. I continued. Withdraw Cole Holdings from every Blackwood guarantee that doesn't legally require continuation. Ryan could lose financing. That's his problem. Charlotte may lose business access too. That's hers. Emma leaned closer. Who are you? I smiled. Someone learning. The system appeared. Warning. Withdrawal of support threatens primary romantic narrative. I ignored it. Emma opened her laptop. Say it clearly. Cancel everything. She nodded. Done. Pain stabbed through my ribs. I gripped the desk. Emma stood. There. I'm fine. That happened after I canceled the credit. Coincidence. You don't believe in coincidence. I do today. 3 days later, Charlotte stormed into my office. What did you do? I continued reading. Good morning. Don't do that. Do what? Pretend nothing happened. I looked up. What happened? My corporate card was rejected. Yes. You canceled it? Yes. Why? Because it's mine. Her mouth opened. You gave it to me. I gave you access. For years. And now you don't have it. She stared at me. Ryan's bank called too. I expected that. You withdrew your guarantee. Yes. His company could collapse. Then he should fix it. Charlotte stepped closer. What is wrong with you? Nothing. You've changed. I know. Since the engagement, you've become cold. I closed the folder. You chose Ryan. So let him become the man you believe he is. Her anger disappeared briefly. What does that mean? You love him because he's independent, fearless, ambitious. He is. Wonderful. Then he doesn't need my money. That's cruel. No. This is normal. You know he's struggling. I struggled too. You're richer than he is. That doesn't make his responsibilities mine. The system flashed red. Villainous interference detected. I blinked. What? Charlotte frowned. What? Nothing. Another message appeared. Protagonist support score reduced, 82%. I almost smiled. So obedience made me supporting cast. Refusal made me a villain. Interesting. Charlotte crossed her arms. Are you doing this because I rejected you? No. Then prove it. How? Restore everything. I laughed. That would prove I'm still obedient, not that I'm over you. Her face hardened. You're punishing us. I'm removing myself. What's the difference? One is revenge. The other is freedom. I stood. This conversation is finished. She stared at me. You'll regret this. Maybe. She left. The system appeared again. Support score reduced, 70%. I whispered, keep going. 2 weeks later, Ryan confronted me at a charity dinner. He chose the crowded ballroom deliberately. Cole. People turned. Daniel whispered, trouble. I see it. Ryan approached. You think this is funny? What? My company lost another investor. Sorry to hear that. You called them. No. You withdrew your guarantee. Yes. He pointed at me. You're trying to destroy me because Charlotte chose me. The room became quiet. Charlotte stood behind him. I could have defended myself. Instead, I asked, if removing my support destroys you, what exactly did you build yourself? Ryan's face reddened. You jealous bastard. Daniel stepped forward. I stopped him. Ryan continued. You couldn't have Charlotte, so now you're playing villain. The system flashed. Villain designation increasing. I smiled. Ryan frowned. What are you smiling about? You think this is a joke? No. I looked around at everyone watching. Congratulations. You wanted Charlotte without me standing between you. I turned toward the exit. Now you have her. The system screamed another warning. I kept walking. For once, I did not obey. For once, the pain felt worth it. And if freedom belonged only to villains, then I would happily become the worst villain their perfect love story had ever seen. Ryan lost his biggest contract 3 weeks later. Daniel entered my office holding his phone. You need to see this. I already know. Blackwood Technologies lost the Hamilton contract. I heard. Daniel sat across from me. You guaranteed their previous agreement. Not anymore. So they checked Ryan's finances and discovered reality. Daniel smiled. I like this version of you. I'm doing nothing. Exactly. My phone rang. Charlotte. I stared at her name. The system appeared. Mission: assist male lead in recovering Hamilton contract. Reject. Pain struck my chest. I gripped the desk. Daniel stood. Ethan, I'm fine. You don't look fine. The pain faded faster than before. I noticed immediately. Last time, refusing a mission had left me unable to stand. This time, I could breathe normally within seconds. Interesting. Charlotte called again. I answered. Hello. Did you hear about Ryan? Yes. He lost Hamilton. I know. Can you help? No. Silence. Ethan. What? You know their chairman. I do. One phone call could fix this. Then Ryan should make it. He doesn't know him. That sounds inconvenient. Her voice sharpened. Why are you acting like this? Like what? Like you don't care. I don't. She went quiet. I almost felt guilty. Then the system flashed. Correct supporting behavior required. I ended the call. That afternoon, Emma placed several folders before me. These are the projects you rejected last year. I opened the first. Renewable housing? Yes. Michael hated this proposal. Michael hated the original numbers. I changed them. I studied her calculations. This could work. Emma smiled. That sounded almost excited. I forgot what that felt like. What? Choosing projects because I want them. She leaned against my desk. How many investments did you reject because they didn't help Charlotte? Too many. And Ryan? More. Then stop building their lives. I looked at her. What should I build? Yours. For once, the answer felt simple. 2 days later, Olivia called. I need to tell you something. About Charlotte? Yes. I'm listening. She found old emails. What emails? The ones connecting Ryan to Hamilton. I understood immediately. Years earlier, I had introduced Ryan to Hamilton's chairman. Olivia continued. She thought Ryan built that relationship himself. He didn't. She found 3 other deals. All mine. She's upset. At me? Yes. I laughed. Of course. She says you made Ryan dependent on you. That's creative. I told her that. You did. Olivia sighed. I asked her something she didn't like. What? Why does a woman marrying Ryan still expect another man to solve Ryan's problems? I became silent. What did she say? That you're abandoning her. I looked through my office window. I was never her husband. I know. She chose Ryan. I know. Then why does she think I owe her? Because you always gave. That answer stayed with me. The system appeared again. Emergency mission. Provide Blackwood Technologies with temporary financing. Reject. Pain burned through my body. I closed my eyes. Emma noticed. Again. I'm okay. No, you're not. The pain disappeared. Faster again. Emma stared at me. That lasted maybe 10 seconds. I said nothing. The first time I saw this happen, you could barely speak. I noticed. Whatever has controlled your life is losing. I looked toward the empty air where the system hovered. Maybe. Then keep saying no. The system flashed red. Continued resistance threatens narrative stability. I smiled. Good. Emma frowned. What? Nothing. A month passed. Cole Holdings approved the renewable housing project. Michael entered my office after the vote. You fought me for this. You taught me to defend good investments. I taught you to listen to me. You accidentally taught me something useful. Michael laughed. I haven't seen you this alive in years. I haven't felt this alive. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. A message appeared. We need to talk. Alone. Ryan. I met him that evening at a private hotel bar. He looked exhausted. You came. I was curious. Sit. I prefer standing. Ryan rubbed his face. Charlotte and I are having problems. That sounds personal. She doesn't trust me. Why? She keeps discovering things. Things like that you arranged some of my early opportunities. I did. Why didn't you tell her? I laughed. You wanted me to tell your wife that your success belonged partly to me? Don't say it like that. How should I say it? He looked away. She thinks I lied. Did you? I never said you weren't involved. You let her believe you did everything yourself. Ryan became irritated. This isn't why I called. Then why am I here? He hesitated. I need space. Take it. Charlotte won't accept that. I stared at him. And you understand her. My mouth opened slightly. Ryan continued. She listens to you. I started laughing. He frowned. What's funny? You. I'm serious. So am I. Just talk to her. You want me to repair your marriage. I want you to explain that pressure is making things worse. I laughed harder. The system appeared instantly. Mission: stabilize main couple relationship. Reward: support score restoration. Penalty for refusal: severe pain. Ryan leaned forward. Will you do it? The system flashed. Accept mission. I looked at him. No. Pain struck. What am I supposed to do? For years, that question would have activated every instinct the system built into me. Fix it. Protect them. Sacrifice. Not anymore. I opened the door. Your happy ending belongs to you. Ryan stared at me. I smiled. So do the consequences. I walked away. The system remained silent. And for the first time, its silence sounded like fear. 6 months passed before I realized I had stopped waking up afraid. Emma placed a report on my desk. London approved. I looked up. The entire expansion? The entire expansion. Daniel raised both hands. Finally, Michael smiled from across the conference table. Your first international division. Our first. Michael shook his head. No. You pushed this through. I looked at the numbers again. For years, every major decision had started with one question. Would this help Charlotte? Now I asked something different. Is it good for Cole Holdings? Emma smiled. Yes. Then sign it. The system appeared. Warning. Female lead benefit from current action, 0%. I leaned back. Perfect. Daniel frowned. What? Nothing. He pointed at me. You keep saying that. I'm developing strange habits. Emma laughed. At least these habits make money. My phone rang. Olivia. I answered. Hello. Ethan, we have a problem. We. Charlotte. I closed my eyes. What happened? It's Ryan. What did he do? You should hear this from Charlotte. No. Olivia paused. What? If Ryan created a problem, they should solve it. This is serious. So was every problem I solved before. Ethan, I'm not doing it again. She sighed. He used Charlotte's shares as security. I sat upright. For what? A private investment. Did she approve? She says no. Daniel noticed my expression. What happened? I raised a finger. Does Charlotte know? She discovered it this morning. How much risk? Enough that she could lose control of part of her company. I looked toward Michael. The old me would already be making calls. Lawyers. Banks. Investors. Money. The system appeared. Emergency mission available. I whispered no. Olivia heard me. What? Nothing. Charlotte needs a lawyer. She needs you. No. She trusts you. That stopped being my responsibility when she married Ryan. I ended the call. Daniel stared at me. You're really staying out? Yes. Michael nodded. Good. Emma asked, do you feel guilty? Terribly. Then why refuse? Because guilt isn't duty. The system flashed. Emergency mission, protect female lead assets. Reject. Pain struck my chest. I bent forward. Emma rushed toward me. Ethan, I'm fine. You're shaking. The pain intensified. Mission refusal unacceptable. I gripped the table. Still no. The message flickered, then vanished. I slowly straightened. Daniel looked terrified. What just happened? I need some air. Emma followed me outside. You're getting stronger. Or it's getting weaker. Whatever it is. I looked at her. Yes. It doesn't own you anymore. I wanted to believe that. 3 weeks later, Ryan's investment collapsed. Charlotte lost money. Ryan lost far more. Their arguments became public. Olivia called once. Daniel heard rumors. I did nothing. Then Charlotte came to my office. Emma appeared at my door. Someone wants to see you. Who? Charlotte stepped into view. My chest tightened. Not because of the system. Because she looked exhausted. Can we talk? I nodded. Emma quietly left. Charlotte sat opposite me. Ryan moved out. I heard. We're getting divorced. I'm sorry. Are you? Yes. She laughed bitterly. You warned me without warning me. I never wanted your marriage to fail. But you knew. I knew Ryan depended on protection he believed was his own strength. Her eyes filled. Your protection? Yes. He told me you were controlling him. I stopped controlling anything. That's when everything collapsed. I said nothing. Charlotte wiped her cheek. I thought he was fearless. He was. No. He was reckless. Sometimes those look similar. I thought he could handle anything. Because someone always cleaned up afterward. You. Yes. She covered her face. I was so stupid. Charlotte. I chose him. That was your right. I chose him over you. The system suddenly appeared. The message was larger than before. Primary command. I froze. Comfort female lead. Restore emotional bond. Await romantic opportunity. My heartbeat slowed. So this was what it wanted. Ryan had failed. The heroine was heartbroken. And now the loyal second male lead was supposed to become available again. Charlotte looked at me. I made the wrong choice. I stared at her. What are you saying? I should have chosen you. The system flashed. Comfort her. I remained silent. Charlotte stood. You loved me for years. I did. You saved my family. Yes. You saved my company. Yes. You protected me every time something went wrong. Yes. Her voice broke. Then why are you standing there like I'm a stranger? Because things changed. Ryan. No. Then what? Me. The system flashed violently. Restore emotional bond immediately. Pain exploded through me. I grabbed the desk. Charlotte stepped forward. Ethan, stay there. What's wrong? The system returned at midnight. I was alone in my office when the windows suddenly darkened. Supporting character deviation has reached critical level. I leaned back. You're still alive? Correction. I am necessary. For Charlotte. For narrative stability. I laughed. That's not what I asked. The message flickered. Primary characters require protected outcomes. And people like me? Supporting characters exist to maintain those outcomes. There it was. The truth. So you never cared whether Charlotte was happy. Female lead happiness increases narrative stability. You forced me to sacrifice everything. Your sacrifice prevented permanent consequences. For her and Ryan. Correct. I stood. And what did I get? Purpose. I laughed harder. You really don't understand humans. A golden message appeared. Special restoration offer. I read silently. Return to Charlotte Bennett. Guaranteed romantic reciprocation. Ryan Blackwood downfall authorization. Wealth increase. 300%. Protection from premature death. My laughter stopped. Years ago, those words would have owned me. Charlotte would love me. Ryan would lose. I would become richer. I would survive. Everything I once wanted sat before me. All I have to do is become her servant again. Resume devoted support role. No. Consider carefully. I did. Death protection will be removed. Keep it. Charlotte Bennett will become emotionally available. I don't want manufactured love. Ryan Blackwood can be destroyed. He's doing that himself. Additional wealth is guaranteed. I already have enough. The system paused. Your refusal is irrational. No. My obedience was irrational. Pain suddenly tore through my chest. I fell against the desk. The door opened. Ethan. Emma ran toward me. Don't touch me. You're bleeding. I'll be fine. No. She grabbed my shoulder. What keeps happening to you? Emma. Tell me. I can't. You collapse whenever Charlotte has a crisis. You stare at empty air. You answer questions nobody asks. I looked away. She crouched beside me. I'm done pretending. You won't believe me. Try me. The system flashed. Disclosure prohibited. I smiled. That means I definitely should. What means what? I looked at Emma. I'm not from this world. She stared silently. I died somewhere else. Then I woke up here. Ethan. This world was a novel. Her face changed. I continued before courage disappeared. Charlotte is the female lead. Ryan is the male lead. I'm the second male lead. The what? The man who sacrifices everything, loves the heroine, loses her, and keeps helping anyway. Emma slowly sat beside me. And the thing hurting you? A system. You can see it? Yes. What does it want? Obedience. Why? Because Charlotte and Ryan aren't supposed to suffer permanent consequences. Someone else pays. You. Yes. Emma became quiet. I waited for laughter. None came. Finally, she asked, does it call you a villain now? Yes. Because you stopped sacrificing yourself? Yes. She shrugged. If this world says you're the villain because you chose yourself, why should you care what it calls you? I stared at her. That's your response. What should I say? That I'm insane. I've watched invisible pain knock you down. She stood. I believe evidence. The system appeared. Emma Hayes has exceeded supporting character awareness threshold. Emma noticed my expression. It said something? Yes. Bad. Probably. She smiled. Good. The next morning, Charlotte came. I need 5 minutes. You have 5. She closed my office door. I owe you an apology. You already apologized. Not properly. I waited. She swallowed. I treated your loyalty like an unlimited resource. I said nothing. I thought no matter what happened, you'd still be there. I know. I never asked what it cost you. No. I'm asking now. It cost me myself. Her eyes filled. Can we start again? No. Not even slowly? No. Because you hate me? I don't hate you. Then why? Because forgiveness isn't a relationship. Charlotte wiped her tears. I understand. For once, she did not argue. Ryan was different. That afternoon, Daniel entered my office. Ryan just accused Cole Holdings of market manipulation. Publicly. Press conference. Emma opened her laptop. He's claiming you destroyed Blackwood Technologies to steal investors. I sighed. Daniel frowned. You're calm. I expected desperation. What do we do? Nothing emotional. Emma looked at me. We have the audit files. And the unauthorized securities records. Everything. Send them to counsel. Daniel smiled. You're going legal. I'm going factual. Within 48 hours, regulators received evidence showing Ryan had falsified investor disclosures, hidden liabilities, and used Charlotte's shares without proper authorization. I never called reporters. I never threatened him. I never needed revenge. Ryan's own records did everything. 3 weeks later, then erased me. The system went silent. Emma tightened her grip around my wrist. What did you choose? Myself. The office lights died. A second later, pain exploded through my body. I dropped to my knees. Ethan. Emma caught me before my head hit the floor. The system returned. Final refusal confirmed. Character erasure initiated. I could barely breathe. Emma shouted, Daniel, get in here. Footsteps rushed toward us. Daniel entered first. What happened? Call Michael. Daniel knelt beside me. Ethan, look at me. I tried. The room blurred. The system spoke again. Last opportunity. Resume devoted supporting role. Accept. I laughed. Emma stared at me. You're laughing? It thinks I'll change my mind. Can it hear you? Yes. Then answer it. I forced myself upright. Listen carefully. Awaiting response. I would rather die than spend eternity as someone's backup plan. Response irrational. No. I smiled through the pain. It's finally honest. The system began counting. Erasure progress, 10%. My fingers became numb. Daniel grabbed my shoulder. Stay with us. I'm trying. Michael rushed inside. What happened? Emma looked at me. Can I tell them? I nodded. Something is trying to erase him. Michael stared. What? No time. The system flashed. Erasure progress, 21%. Then it stopped. Error. I blinked. What? Character dependency detected. More messages appeared. Cole Holdings development path dependent on Ethan Cole. International division dependent. Employment network dependent. Investment network dependent. Daniel whispered, what are you seeing? It can't remove me. Why? I laughed again. Because I became important. The system flickered. Recalculating. Michael gripped my shoulder. You were always important. No. I shook my head. Not to this story. Emma understood. But you changed the story. Yes. The system tried again. Erasure progress, 22%. Error. Daniel Hayes career path dependency detected. Daniel frowned. Did it mention me? Yes. Tell it I'm expensive to replace. Despite the pain, I laughed. Another message appeared. Michael Cole retirement path dependency detected. Michael looked confused. Emma asked me. I waited. Emma Hayes future path dependency detected. She smiled. Good. The system began flashing faster. Contradiction. Supporting character cannot generate primary world dependencies. I whispered, apparently I can. Return to assigned role. No. Compliance required. No. Charlotte Bennett requires emotional support. She can support herself. Ryan Blackwood requires. Once, I believed freedom meant escaping this world. I was wrong. Freedom meant belonging to myself inside it. I remembered the man I had been written to become. Loyal. Lonely. Useful. Obedient. Forgotten. Then I remembered the name the system gave me when I refused. Villain. I started laughing. Emma looked over. What? Nothing. I faced the city again. Maybe everyone had been right. Maybe choosing myself really did make me the villain. If so, I could live with that. Because for the first time, my ending belonged to me. I smiled and thought, if choosing my own life makes me the villain, then this villain finally got his happy ending.